Welcome to Whirlinian Workshop, where work is done just for fun. This series of videos will cover the journey taken to create a whirligig, showing a cyclist with the mechanism moving the legs. I will not be showing how to use any equipment, as there are people who can do that better than me. I hope you enjoy the journey as much as I did. This is the sixth video in the series and deals with the construction and testing of the whirligig and a little bit on painting. The major components are now complete: the wind vane, the base, the drive shaft, the bicycle, the cyclist, the propeller, and the mounting blocks. The cycle stand is removed from the base. The next thing is to connect the bicycle to its base. Locate where it goes. You can glue it or screw it in any way that suits you. I prefer to put doweling through there and glue it. The location of the dowels are marked. I use a self-centering dowel jig. They are great for this job. It has multiple holes and screw-in hole sizes. The wood goes in here and when tightened centers the holes. You may notice that the stand is 19mm and the bicycle is 18mm thick. It is a good idea to sand the pine to match the bicycle. Here we have the bicycle with the holes locations marked. You take the device and slot the wood in there. Align hole locations with mark on the device and tighten it. Select the correct drill bit and drill the hole. Move it across to align the second hole and drill the hole. There are our two holes. We are now going to drill the holes for the cyclist. This is why we have the extra bit here. Slot the wood, align hole location with the marks on the device, tighten it and drill the hole. Move it across to align the second hole and drill the hole. The extra wood can now be trimmed off. The same process is used to drill the holes in the bike stand. Of the holes marked, and we go through the same procedure. Now we put it all together. We're back. Got our holes in all these. Yeah, and they all fit. They'll fit together. Attach the bicycle stand. the cyclist's body, arms, thighs, lower legs. Attach the wheels to the bicycle using the axles, which are made out of a small. Attach the wind vane temporarily with some skewers. We now have to decide where we put the support for the whirligig, and it's important that it's in a position where it's balanced. We put our propeller on. Now we've got it together. Get a round pencil or dowel and place it under here. Move it back and forth to get the balance point. When you are happy with it, put a mark under here on the base. Locate the pivot point at the centre of the base. That's what these blocks are for. We have to glue them on there, so that gives us some purchase. So the idea is we'll drill the holes through these. We've got our centre hole. We've actually put that on there, drilled the holes for the screws. Now we can actually what I use for support on mine is a bit of metal, about 1/4 inch. Then I've got for the sleeve, that fits just nicely. So now what we have to do is we've got to drill a hole, don't go all the way through, so this will actually fit in. Alright. Hole. Now we need a bit of tube that's that long. Doesn't matter if it's a little bit bigger. Take our trusty just throw it all. Make sure that fits. And what we do is we push that in there. Back, pushed it in. It now can sit there, be put on to a post. And that's the last bit we need to do for now. Everything. Right, we've got our support on. Now we've got to put it together for testing. Yeah, it's a good idea. The only way you're going to do it is you put this
foot before you put it in here. What you do now is you take this and attach it to the knee like that. Again, these things put the propeller on the end, and we'll now take it outside for testing.
The next task is to paint the whirligig. You can paint it after the major parts are constructed and glued. I prefer to deassemble the whirligig to its basic parts before final construction. For me it is easier and allows for more mixtures of colours. You can have a colour scheme that suits you. To preserve the whirligig, I use 1 coat of undercoat and 2 coats of quality gloss paint that will save it from the weather. The next video in the journey is about the final construction and display of the final item. If you have any comments on how I can improve my presentation, please post them in the comments. Thank you. Have a nice day.